I'm here today to talk to you about Swedish Christmas traditions. Today is the 13th of December and it is the day where we celebrate Lucia. This is why I'm wearing the tinsel in my hair. Lucia is a day that we celebrate here in Sweden. We usually go and see a Lucia tåg. I'll post a little video here for you. And it's basically, this is how we dress up, and usually it's choirs who do it, and they usually do it in church. I have participated in my fair share of it, and it is quite fun to do. So this is a tradition that has been going on here for quite some time, and they do this to give people hope of lighter days, basically. So after we've done the Lucia tåg, sung the songs and everything, we usually eat some pepparkakor and lussebullar or lussekatter, depending on like what you choose to say. And we drink some julmust, or we drink some glögg. Now, glögg is a very famous drink here, and you've probably heard of it. It's called mulled wine everywhere else. But here in Sweden it's like a giant deal. It is mulled wine, in case you've heard of it, in English maybe. So basically what it is, it's usually red wine. You can make it with white wine as well. And it is heated up with different Christmassy spices. Like nutmeg and cinnamon and ginger and yeah, on and on. And you drink it hot, and usually we put some raisins and almonds in the drink as well, and then you sort of like swirl it around with a spoon, and yeah, that's basically what you do. And we usually drink it every Advent, which is like a thing we do every Sunday until the 24th of December. And this is what we use when we do Advent. Like, this is what we use this. So this is an adventsljusstake. It usually does look quite a bit like this. You usually put some white or green moss in here, and then you decorate it, and you put 4 candles in this sort of metal holder thing. So yeah, that's what it looks like. And you light the first candle on the first Sunday of December, and then you light the second one and the first one for the second Advent, or the second Sunday in December. And I'm gonna light this as well so you get the idea. So for the first Sunday of December, we light the first candle, and then we have it, like, we keep it lit sometimes, and then we light the second candle on the second Sunday in December, and on the third Sunday of December we light the third candle. And this is basically what we do. So it forms a sort of like staircase of candles, and I find it very pretty. I love this tradition. It's a nice way to keep some mys in your day-to-day life. Talking about another thing that we use here in Sweden to give ourselves a little bit of mysstämning is the änglaspel that we have. This is the änglaspel. This is what it looks like. Ta-da! So, the änglaspel was originally invented in Germany, but this particular design was invented by Erik Boberg in a city called Gävle in Sweden. This was made in 1948, and this particular one is my grandmother's, and it was made in, I think it was 1960 something or 1970 something, I can't remember. But yeah, so it's quite old anyway. And she gave it to me this year so that I could have it here at my flat, and I was really happy about that. So basically what it is a candle holder with a fan on top which rotates when you light the candles, so that these angel chimes like they go around in a circle and they hit the bells on it, so it makes a very, very nice sound. And it's called an änglaspel, which kind of, not really, but kind of translates into angel chimes. You've probably heard of that before. But yeah, this is how we use it anyway. And they're fairly popular, so you can usually find one of these in every house in Sweden. Speaking of Gävle, I would like to introduce you to this guy right here. This is what we call the julbock in Swedish, and it is made out of hay and like some ribbon and string, and this is what he looks like, this guy right here. Funny thing is, like, this one is kind of new, like I bought him this year, and I had like asked on Instagram if somebody would like to help me name him. And my husband wrote down Halmilton because I love Hamilton, and halm is the word for hay in Swedish, so Halmilton, which is kind of funny. So yeah, this guy's name is Halmilton now. And yeah, so that's just like my personal connection. Yeah, whatever. So in olden times in Sweden, this julbock or Christmas goat would be our biggest symbol for Christmas. So yeah, he would go around, or somebody, like a young person, would dress up as the Christmas goat and go around and bothering people at Christmas, not Christmas Day, Boxing Day, so the 26th of December this would happen, and he would go around bothering people until they gave him food and maybe a present or so. And then when people started to give each other gifts on Christmas, the julbocken would be the one to hand out the presents before Christmas, Father Christmas took over. So yeah. And in Gävle they have this ginormous julbock in the middle of town, and there has become like this tradition about it that people will try to destroy it in one way or another, usually by burning it to the ground. So now, like, this happened, the first time that this happened was like 1966 or something like that, and then every year since then people have been trying to burn it down or destroy it in some way, which has kind of turned out to be like one of our traditions every year. So when we ask about the Christmas goat, there's always one person that will go, oh, we'll see if it gets burnt down this year. And I find it kind of stupid because it's like, it takes a lot of money to do this, and it's kind of sad that they every time destroy it. But, well, not every time, they haven't succeeded every year, but yeah, it's kind of sad anyway. But it's also kind of like one of our traditions, so yeah, it's gotten so bad, so they have camera surveillance, like 24-hour camera surveillance around the Christmas goat in Gävle, and they have a guard, and people have actually been questioned by the police just by lighting a lighter for their cigarettes within like 100 meters of the goat. For the last of my Christmas traditions here in Sweden is that we celebrate Christmas on Christmas Eve, and every Christmas Eve the whole family would gather in front of the TV at 3 o'clock to watch what we call Kalle Anka, which is the name for Donald Duck, but it's sort of like, it's not just Donald Duck that's on the television, it's like a series of cartoons that we watch every year. And it's like the same cartoons every year except for like 1 or 2 new ones. This has like been a tradition for like over 50 years or something like that. And like I said, it's not just Donald Duck, but we call it Donald Duck. I'm not really sure why we do that, but we call it like Kalle Anka. We're gonna watch Kalle Anka at 3 o'clock. And then, you know, everybody gathers around, drinking some glögg, eating some gingerbread cookies or pepparkakor, and stuff like that, and we just sit around watching cartoons for, I think they're on for like half an hour or like a quarter of an hour or something like that. And it's kind of a nice tradition to have. So I just want to say thank you for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up if you want to, and or subscribe. I will see you soon.